Hi, I'm Natalie and welcome back. Today, I wanted to talk to you about an exit strategy. This was something that Dan and I came up with one evening after we had put the kid to bed, and we were just talking about, what our new marriage would look like, what we could expect. And then we asked, what happens if this doesn't work? Then what? And we got to thinking. We knew that the risk of divorce had gone up, but we didn't know by how much at that point in time. But we knew that the risk had increased. So one night we decided to sit down and talk about what would happen if one of us or both of us had strong feelings and wanted to act on them, or if one of us wanted to change the dynamic of the marriage again and the other didn't, what would that look like? How would we exit the marriage? And I get it. Nobody wants to have this talk. I completely understand that. It's uncomfortable, like planning your funeral. But if something happens, if we take this risk and the marriage ends, that's one thing. If we take this risk and we fail our family, that's a completely different thing. And we really wanted to be prepared. We didn't want it to be contentious. It was not going to be a drag out fight. We're taking the risks. We have to be okay with what comes next. Now, think about it. You've changed the whole dynamic of your marriage. You've added rules and boundaries. You're having these big discussions. And a lot of these discussions don't happen in a traditional marriage because a traditional marriage is a death pact. There's no thoughts of divorce. That's taboo. We don't talk about that. But now we're in uncharted waters. Now it's up to us to pretty much create our own marriage handbook. Now, just like rules, you might not write any down. You might not even need any, but have the conversations and keep having the conversations because as you have experiences and your partner does, your marriage and life, desires, wants, and needs all evolve. So you have to keep having those conversations to ensure you're still on the same page. I know it's not a comfortable conversation, but in our new marriage, we have to be able to create it in a way that is stable, that is fair, and that is balanced. If it comes to a time that my marriage ends, that I want that time to be spent with my family healing and coming together. I don't want to spend that time making huge financial decisions that's going to affect me for the rest of my life if I'm an emotional mess. This was our risk to take. And all we did was have big conversations that we don't typically have in other relationships, and we came up with solutions. Like I said, you may write them down, you might not, but I highly encourage you to have these conversations because they help you learn more about yourself and your partner. You never know where the conversation's gonna go. Keep having them. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'm happy to answer them.